What's up, everyone? We're going to be going through the best college basketball picks for today on Prizepicks, and I did want to show you the results from yesterday's picks from my exclusive Discord group, and as you guys see, we actually got 22 picks correct, which was absolutely insane. Now, a lot of you comment wanting to see how many I got wrong, and I thought I'd show you in today's video. We only got one pick wrong and got 22 right, which is a 95% win rate. Yes, guys, you heard that right. 95% win rate. So we're on a huge hot streak, but if you want to get a 95% win rate and get 22 picks right like me, win more bets to receive the best picks from some of the best bettors in the world for less than a cup of coffee, you can access the exclusive Discord and meet some of the best sport bettors in the game by joining my Patreon. Should be a link down below in the description. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets today. So make sure you join my Patreon using the link in the description. And here's one of our members who just signed up and won himself $550 just yesterday. Another member who won $320 for the 5th day in a row since joining my Discord. So guys, if you want to win big money like our members, the link will be in the description, so go join the Patreon to have access to the Discord group, and I will be continuing to upload every single day on this channel the best bets and props, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my daily uploads. He does see, which leads to less volume overall. So for that reason, we do very much like the under for this one. His average over the last 5 is 17. Yes, it's over, but we think those two outlier games brought this line a little bit too high, and now there's a lot more value actually to go on the under there. So for that reason, keep an eye out for this pick. Chad Baker-Mazara, 15.5 points for less, I think is a great pick. Now getting to the next one, we're going to be talking about another great player, and that is none other than Blue Cain. Now Blue Cain, great player. This one is for 11.5 points, and this one actually is for less. Now we look at a player, like Blue Cain. We've actually seen him go on the under in 0 out of the last 5 games. So he has done a great job. Do not get me wrong there. But when it comes to the matchup, they do face off against Vanderbilt in this next matchup, which I think is going to be a very good matchup overall and an exciting game to watch. But when we look at a team like Vanderbilt, who they do face off against, Georgia Bulldogs, when we look at their actual table, we do see Georgia ranking actually pretty low on the table with a record of 7-10 in the conference and an overall record of 19-11. Vanderbilt on the other side also has a record of around 8-9 and 20-10 when it comes to overall. So they are pretty much only one place apart, but we still do like the under for this situation here due to the fact that Vanderbilt do a really good job against guards. Now, although Georgia and also Blue Cain in general has definitely had some pretty high scoring games, we definitely see that changing coming into this next matchup, especially since Vanderbilt are really good at restricting points, especially not just to the guard position, but also to teams as well. So we definitely see that being the case coming into this matchup. It is going to be an exciting game, but Vanderbilt do a great job at not only just restricting points, but slowing down the pace as much as possible. So similar to the last pick, we definitely are liking the under because of that reason, and we definitely see someone like Blue Cain going on the under in this situation here. So for that reason, I definitely would keep an eye out for his line. There's a lot of value there to go actually, on the under, especially when we look at what the bookies are saying. The bookies also have him favored for the under as well. So that works out in our favor there. Now getting to the next player, we're going to be talking about none other than actually Johni Broome. So another player from Auburn, and like we mentioned before, they do have themselves a great matchup against Alabama. Now this one is a great one for 11.5 rebounds, and this one actually is for less. Now look at Johni Broome. We've actually seen him go on the under in 3 out of the last 5 games, and they do face off against Alabama. So similar to none other than his teammate Chad Baker, we do like the under for this situation here due to the fact that Alabama are a great defensive team. They do a great job against big man when it comes to restricting rebounds, so I think that's definitely going to be a huge factor there. Johni Broome is also on a little bit of a cold streak as of lately. He's going on the under in 3 out of the last 5 games, so we definitely see a similar situation coming into this next matchup, no doubt about it. Now when we also look at Johni Broome, what we also do see is that when we look at the matchup, like we mentioned before, the pace is going to be a lot slower, which should lead to less volume from Johni Broome coming into this matchup. So I definitely would keep an eye out for his line there. Now his average over the last 5 is also 9.8, so significantly below this line. He did have a game where he was able to go over against Georgia and Arc, but we think those games are a little bit more of outlier games. It's brought this line a little bit too high, but now there's a lot more value actually to go on the under here. So So for someone like Johni Broome, we are definitely liking the under. And when we look at what the bookies are saying, the bookies also have him favored for the under as well. So that works out in our favor there. So Johni Broome, 11.5 rebounds for less, I think is a great pick.